Here we are back at the Pink Flamingo by LEGO Creator. This is set number 31170, contains 288 pieces, retails for $24.99, and the set was provided by the LEGO Group for review, so thank you, LEGO. And yeah, the last build installment we did this. And here is the remnants of the Pink Flamingo right there. Nice colors there in that bin. So we have the cockatoo, I believe, and the axolotl. And the last one I did, which was the Pink Flamingo, it wasn't too bad. It kept my interest, so that's really good. Well, I think we're going to start with the smallest one. I'm just going to have the thickness of the books. I think we're going to do the axolotl. And yeah, I blocked a lot of people who were rudely trying to correct me on what that is, why I didn't know what it was. Well, now I know what it was because I looked at LEGO's website. Yeah, I've had people literally get mad at me for pronouncing that wrong. And I just thought it was some kind of a sea otter or something. Well, now we know what it is. And so if I make a mistake on a name, remember, these are not construed as professional product reviews. These are just for fun. Yeah. Well, let's begin. Let's build it. We're going to start with whatever, you know, and the axolotl. And you got to pour both bags out, so this one shouldn't be too bad. Today is, I don't know what it is. Let me get up and look here. I even forgot already. Today is the 20th of May, 2025. So, yeah, I just got done with a lot of work today, so now I get to relax and build with parts instead of looking at computer screens. And when I did the other set, this wasn't too bad. The Pink Flamingo was pretty cool, but unfortunately I had to rip it apart. And so on and so forth. If you're looking for newer sets, good luck. You're not going to find them. You might be able to find some on YouTube if they're willing to purchase the builds. I'm not. This is just for fun. So if you're looking for the newer reviews or the build throughs, I'm sorry. All the sets that LEGO was sending me are already sent back, so they're gone. All gone. We'll keep it at that because some people got a little offended what I said over that in the last one. So I hate to think I'll have to put them all behind a paywall, but let's hope that never happens. So yeah, if you're looking for newer stuff, you're not going to be able to see it. Not here anyways. I got another plan up my sleeve that I'm planning on doing. I think you guys and gals will be happy with. And yeah, you'll be hearing a lot of dinging noises going off here in the background. And that's just pretty much it. It's like in the 90s right now. It's getting warm outside. At least this is not a black and white one. I did do the panda bear. I took some of that apart, but I had to. It's like that's probably a foot or something, a claw or something. We don't know what that is. So it's probably rear hind quarters, we don't know. So I did get some tutorials filmed. I did one the other night. It was something that I've been wanting to build for quite some time. It was something that was overdue. So I managed to get it done. Literally, it's done. So I got that out of the way. I have got a bunch of building guides for sets that I have long since reviewed, or lack of reviewed. So I may end up doing some of those old sets. So if you're interested in those, let me know. They won't be unboxings. They'll just be, okay, I got the parts, let's build it, and then talk about it and stuff, and just kind of do what we're doing here. And even though if these are older sets, it'll be kind of cool just to sit back and build it and see what sets of maybe 10, 15 years ago, maybe longer. What was the build like? You know, what's the build quality? What's the experience like? And I had somebody ask me, you know, well, what's stopping me from doing the new reviews? You know, why can't I just go out and buy the sets? If I'm going to spend money on sets, why don't I just buy the parts and build my own customs, you know? So, and if I do buy them, I'm not obligated to give any feedback to Lego whatsoever, you know. Plus, I want to use that for making my own creations. So I got plenty of ideas to share. But yeah, we'll see how long this one takes us today. You know, with anything under 300 pieces, I could do these really quick in one sitting. So yeah, I'm hoping this memory card in here is good. Because it's a newer one that I bought, and it looks like now we're doing the front legs. So I bought a new memory card. I bought 3 new memory cards as I thought I was going to get the sets in for review. So I already thought, well, before they come in, I'm just going to buy them. They're here, but the sets aren't here. So what does that mean? Means I can't do anything. There's some on the ambassador that are already worried about what they're going to do now if they don't have sets for review, and I'm just thinking, you need to come out with a plan B. You should have came out with that beforehand. You know, it's like doing this stuff, for example. I already have my tutorials, I have mocks, I have plenty of things. I have my imagination, you know, I have plenty of things to explore. It doesn't have to come out of a book and be done for it. It's not a canned build. Now, I know all these pieces are here because we already did that. And flip it over. Yeah, unlike that one set that I was doing, the penguins from the Panda family, this one's a little fun. It's not dry and boring. We're not just looking at black and white parts. Boy, I sound tired, don't I? Worn out. Okay, it goes like that. So these must be the front paws. These are the back, I believe. I don't know yet. We'll have to find out. Let me tip this down a little bit more for you here. Or what I'm going to do here, I'm going to keep it up so I'm not going too far down. I know some people have told me about the jiggliness. Well, it's live uncut. Alright, and then now we got to reinforce it with some more plates. And I mean, something like this is a nice little fun summer set. So if you're getting this just to build with your children or grandkids, there you go. Although you won't be able to build all the models at once, but that's to be expected, you know. I mean, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You're gonna have to pick one or the other. And so far, that's what we've done. Yeah, so I cannot say for certain about the new sets. Now, I could do a first impressions video or just an impressions video, but I can only go off of impressions. I will not know the build quality, build experience. Is the build fun to assemble? I won't know. Like this. These are alternative builds. Sometimes the alternative builds are fun. We don't know. Now I'm putting it together and it's still keeping my interest after about 9 minutes, so that's even better. And yeah, for the most part though, it's all about, you know, stuff like this. You know, is this a multi-person build? Obviously not, because it is one of these 3-in-1 creators. It'd be nice. So you may be seeing a lot more tutorials now since the sets are, I won't be able to review them anymore. Some of you are probably like, whew, I get to see the good stuff. Well, you're only going to see 1 or 2 videos a week. You're not going to see 4 to 5 videos a week. Okay, so far, that's what we've done. We're not even halfway done with the book yet, so let's see here. Yeah, but that camping trip my girlfriend and I went on a week ago was real fun. Now it's boring, yucky work again, but you know, it's got to pay the bills. I got to do the boring stuff. You know, it's just how it is. Let's see if we can make a pickup truck using this coral color. Probably not. It'd be kind of cool though. And I'll be right back. Alrighty. Back again. Let's see here. Okay, now it looks like we're putting the sides on. So legs and torso are done. Now we got to put the skin on. In fact, speaking of skin, I got to still go down and get a dumb haircut. I always forget to do that. Everybody's booked right now because of graduation and stuff, and you know, of course I had that a coming. If that means waiting a little longer, that's fine by me. Yeah, looks like it goes there. We got to build another one. This one's in mirrored form. So sets like this are a good start to get your hands dirty into Lego. I kid you not. If you're thinking about getting into the hobby, if you're not sure, or you're just not sure what parts you're grabbing here, get into something like this. These type of sets have a little bit of everything that you could use for building things. But if you're not too sure, this is where to start. Because it's a small set, you get 3 different models to build. You know, at least it's doing something, huh? I haven't got the tail or the head on yet. Well, speaking of the head, there it is. Alright, well now we can do that. The axolotl. I keep thinking they're ocelots, so that's a cat. Axolotls are different. Yeah, I had a few people say, you don't know what that is. I had one person call me stupid because I didn't know what it was, and I thought, man, these videos are easy to block people on. This one was real easy to do it. And I was like, man, taking it seriously. And then they get all mad because they get blocked. I had one guy says, you better unblock me. I'm going to tell my mom that you blocked me, or my dad or whatever. I thought, well, then you get them on, have them come over here and tell me to unblock you then. I kid you not, I get all sorts of those. Alright. But at least one thing though, at least we're all having fun putting this stuff together or taking it apart. So a set like this has got nice, bright summer colors. It literally is something here that everybody could just enjoy here. If you're not, I mean, if you're not a fan of pink, I understand. But this is a fun one. It's just, I don't know, it's just the colors drive you into the build. So that's a good thing when you get colors like this. How many of us work with coral? I rarely work with coral. I rarely work with light aqua blue. I don't work with these colors that much. I don't have a lot of them to begin with, so it's just kind of, it's good inspiration to just get into it. Now this build's a little bit on the slow side, I've noticed, but that's even better for myself. You know. I noticed the channel's been kind of picking up now due to summertime. It's, you know, some people don't know what they're doing this summer, and so they're kind of finding things that are more affordable. Lego's not affordable by any means anymore, but it's a toy that you can buy and you can add on to it. think it's supposed to go like that. And it goes right here. It looks like a slug. Well, the eyes stick out of the slug before you pour the salt on them. Yeah. I remember I used to find those things in the flower bed all the time. My mom was like, pour salt on them. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll put the salt on them. It was funny. Okay. So there we... Whoa, you're losing your eye there, bud. There we go. So that's what it looks like right there. Alright. And yeah, I mean, these are fun little sets to get started into the hobby. They're not hard. They got 3 models. You just have to take them apart. But if you're getting into this, this is the way to go. You're not breaking the bank. Don't. Some people go out and they'll spend $300 or $400 on a modular, and they'll say, "Oh, this is not for me after all." Well, I would have told you to start off with something small. You're not sure if you're going to like it, or some people do. They want a challenge. That's quite all right. And I thought I had that on mute. Well, now it's on to mute. Sorry. See, that's what happens sometimes. I'm looking for another one of these plates with bow, but where did it go? Well, you know what that means now. Gonna have to start sorting by colors. Start pulling these all out till we find it. That's not supposed to be on there. Yeah, so if you can't find a part, this is what I'm doing. If I still can't find it, but I know that the set already had the parts when I originally built it, so it's... If I lose it, that's on me. But no, but it was something, a part was hiding that. There we go. That's what, you notice how I just did it all by color. Don't close. Caught the book trying to mess up my pages. Not too bad. Face that only a mother could love, but you know. Alright, let's see here. And this is not Lego I grew up with when I was a kid by any means, but you know, it's fun nonetheless. And you know, I don't care what anybody says. I know a lot of you have watched these videos and somebody says Lego's for all ages. It is. But then you get people around our age range, like in their 40s on up, that just like, oh, that's for kids. Really? Well, now it's got a rich man's price tag on it. I don't know about that. And then now we have to install the head onto the ball joint. There we go. It's kind of cool for the Axolotl, huh? And then now we got to put on the tail. So if you plan on ever building the alternative models, that's how you do it. So we don't have the new sets, so we'll finish up these. As a matter of fact, I may just come in on here and do some sort parties. Basically just go live and do some sorting. I don't know yet. I can do live streams on here, so I could do that. Just sit back, we'll bring some stuff over and we'll just sort, but I don't know how I'm going to do it, you know, in terms of sorting sets. You know, that kind of thing. Do we just sort the sets or part them out? Yeah, I've been getting some review offers from other companies for other types of thing. No tech stuff, because I don't really do tech reviews. Oh, that little HD home run box I bought works really good. I just don't like the software with it. But I may end up reviewing it or something. Put it on my tech channel and just talk about it. Especially for those who are cutting the cord and such like that. Okay, now I'm moving on to the terrain. So the axolotl is done. And then now we're going to come in here. And let's just breeze through it. This is a quick one. We're just going to spend probably 30 minutes on this. It's not too bad. Probably longer because I'm taking all the breaks, but I need another one of those. Oh, there it is. So I'm just going to breeze through this real quick because I got to do some other things tonight, like make dinner and all that stuff. So I got to do that. Last night I had popcorn for dinner. That's all I had because I was so tired. I didn't want to do anything else. I just had popcorn. And it's not a meal, but it was enough to take the hunger off. You know. Yeah, and that's a nice color for that. Make a great little lampshade part. Yeah, I did a deep clean in this room. Like took everything out, deep cleaned it, put it all back in. This I need to paint, but I got to think of how I want to do it. I kind of don't want to use latex on it. And a piece of Formica, they want to sell it in big sheets. I don't need a big sheet of it. And the wood I was going to use for making the table, I used it for something else. It was more like an emergency, so you know, I may have to keep this little table here around a bit longer. Okay, but sets like this, so they have some very interesting colors. If you're looking for something with lots of bright colors, like these are pastels, you know, a lot of the builders out there, especially dudes, they don't like these type of colors. To me, you know, if I want to build a house with a baby nursery, this is a good set for that. Or just something that's summer fun. But I have a feeling, though, you guys and gals, so speaking of summer fun, you're going to like the tutorials. Some of you already got a sneak peek. I'm already working on 2026 right now. So right now I got some projects that I want to post this year, and the ones that already have filmed for this year I'm going to bump till next year. So if you're on my YouTube memberships thing, and yeah, and speaking of that, thank you everyone for supporting this adventure here. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, customers who purchase building guides, and my subscribers who have put up with my rants on here for so long, and storytellings, and me making mistakes and pronouncing names wrong. I really appreciate you sticking around for that. Oh, that doesn't go like that. Yeah, I'm making lots of mistakes. But that's the whole fun part about these. Okay, so it goes like that. So it's a habitat thing. I was right. And I cannot thank you enough. Now, if you're on my Patreon and you want me to mention your name on here, let me know. Okay, because I do care about privacy. So you just say, hey, Jay, you know, add me to that list. As long as you're an active patron supporter, I will do just that. Okay, you just have to tell me what you want, and then we'll do it. Or I'll do it. Be done with it. Okay, must be some kind of little coral reef seaweed thing. But yeah, I mean, this is not a bad set for just just for something to tide you over for the summer. But yeah, Lego's starting to become more and more of a pricey hobby. And I'm getting some that are saying, Jay, I'd like to get into this, you know, where do I start if it's expensive? The only thing I can suggest is go to yard sales, rummage sales, secondhand stores. You will find Lego. I have a buddy of mine who finds tons of it at secondhand stores. I mean, literally, we're talking stuff that I wish I had. That's how old some of the stuff he finds. And he does really good deals, and I kind of really wish he'd do a YouTube series on that. He'd do really good just by doing that kind of stuff. Okay, this is supposed to face this way. Well, looks like that's already coming apart. Just because I made a mistake. That'd be kind of cool to put that in your fish tank, if you have one. And that's it. We're done with all the stars, and that's what we have here. And yeah, where's that bin at so I can pick up the parts? You still got a good selection of parts here. You can do whatever you want with them, or you can add on to this or whatever, but let's clean all this out of the way here. And I don't know if this set came with the Brick Separator. That's what you have left. Well, one way to find out is to look in the back of the book. First I got to find out. Yes, this one does come with the Brick Separator, an orange one. So you get an orange separator with this. Would have been cool if it came with like a pink one or something. But now that's done. And honestly, unlike that panda bear and that penguin set that I still haven't released yet, this one's not too bad. I mean, it's cool looking. It's bright and colorful. This is what I'm saying. It's an axolotl with a habitat. And just, I guess it's forced. And just honestly though, it's an all fun build. I mean, I didn't lose interest in it. It kept my interest. It was fun to assemble. I would say the instructions were easy. Even with the bags mixed up, it didn't take too long. We're not even hit 30 minutes on the video. And yeah, not too bad at all. And to me, it was a very enjoyable build. I had fun putting this together. So tell me what you think of the axolotl and habitat. To me, it's a nice, bright, colorful build. I'm sure you would enjoy it.